Welcome to my recap with live trades. I hope you enjoy this content. So today I have a new layout that I am using where I use less memory on my computer, and I'm only using DOS Trader Pro to execute and do charting and all that. And then I have trade ideas running, and then OBS Studio. So I started off the morning, and I had, as you can see here, I have my one of the settings windows open because my computer was like really laggy, and I had less programs open than I normally would. Like Thinkorswim wasn't open, and Interactive Brokers wasn't open. So, and then I also had this new layout, so I wasn't like I wanted to trade Amazon and or Tesla off the open, and I wasn't seeing all the strikes I wanted in Amazon. So I was like trying to adjust it at last second, and then I couldn't figure out why my computer was showing over 100% CPU usage. Like it was like bogged down, super slow mo. Well, come to find out, I had over 12, like 12 or 13 videos playing in OBS Studio in different scenes all at the same time. So it was like eating up all my memory and CPU. But so, anyways, like as you can see here, I'll show you in this clip. Tesla off the open, I didn't take any trades because I I didn't trust my computer. It was everything was off with the options, and then just getting used to this new setup. So and I've actually adjusted this setup a little bit more since I recorded this. But instead of like this left window here at the bottom, uh, right above where you see me in the video here, in the camera here, this one above me is going to be gone, and so I'm just going to show my open positions, my P&L for the day, realized and unrealized, and then my orders as they come in. So the way it's set up now is you just see my executed trades, but I want you to be able to see every order. So if I throw a limit, because like multiple times today I threw out limit orders on the ask and bid, and I want you to be able to see the price I throw the order out for, and then when it gets filled. I think that'll be more transparent, and then not having the actual trades in there will uh, say it won't be so crammed with all kinds of data that's like hard to decipher what's going on. But when I show just the orders, you'll be able to see every trade because you see what gets filled, what doesn't get filled, all that. So I want to be as transparent as possible. So today I didn't make any money. I lost like $40, I think, after with commissions. But just because by the time I was able to trade, I had FOMO and the easy money was gone. But right off the open, you see Tesla's already ripping. So I would have played Tesla ORB right here. I was down to play it. Like I remember at the time going like, I want to get in Tesla, but I'm like, I can't. It's my system's messed up. But Tesla here have been sick. I mean, look at that thing. Just I don't wouldn't have been held it this whole time, but I mean Tesla went from 664 to 671 quick, and even higher. So almost 680. So yeah, it's a bummer it didn't work out like that. But anyways, yeah. So I had to restart at this point. So I restart, and then excuse me. So I restart, and I'm at this point, and we're 52 minutes, or yeah, it's 9:52 Eastern time. So first trade is on Roblox. Roblox is in the middle. It's a middle chart on the right here, and so to the left of the Roblox chart is the Roblox option chain, and then above that, is Apple next to the Apple one, and Tesla next to the Tesla. So be able to see when I click on whatever, and then I use hotkeys that I programmed. Same ones I had programmed in Interactive Brokers. I reprogrammed them in DOS. The only benefit of using DOS is I use less memory, and also, especially now that I got it figured out with the OBS thing, but I use less memory, and there's different hotkeys that they don't have in Interactive Brokers, such as if I see an A plus plus setup, and I have roughly 4,000 left in buying power, whatever, I can hit a hotkey to use half of my buying power to buy as many contracts as I can. So that'll come in handy at some point. And yeah, so get to it, Roblox. So I bought the dip here in Roblox, so I'm gonna throw out an order at the bid. So 250 I get filled. That was on the ask, I think. I don't know why I would have filled it on the ask there. I think I just thought it was gonna bounce. I got in real quick, but usually when I'm catching like a knife, falling knife, I like to buy in the bid, sell in the ask. But so yeah, anyways, I buy the dip here, thinking, okay, this is because where I bought at is VWAP also, and then there's it looks like there's some. It should hold up there. I would I was thinking it would, but only one contract. I wasn't comfortable. I didn't feel 100%. So I went in light because my intentions today were to trade multiple contracts, and I do that a couple times today, but just was not it's not my day, and it sucks because the price action was so good off the open. But so clearly buying dips not working. I'm so far I that where it bounced off of is the 34 EMA. I almost added there. I didn't. Like I said, just not feeling today. But um, if it breaks below that, then it's like, see, I'm adjusting the window here because I mean this is fresh. This layout is fresh. So just getting used to that just takes a little bit of time too. But I feel like after the practice, with trading I got today, I'll be good tomorrow. I won't have any issues as far as platform issues or memory or CPU and anything like that. So it's bouncing a little bit, but I got in at 249, and I mean we're not even at 249 on the ask. So and it sucks here. I tried to throw out some orders on the ask when it was, um, when it made more sense. I threw an order out right when I got in for 50 cents higher, just in case it spiked. 50 cents above the ask. But you don't see that here, so which is why I am, like I said, I changed it to just show my orders. I think that'll be more important. You can see how basically it shows you what I'm thinking and how I think at the exact time. It's a pretty uneventful trade. I mean, the dip, it doesn't work. And I end up taking I believe, a small loss here. So the reason why I didn't close out, when the candle under candle first happened, like the candle after I got in, you can see the green arrow there. It's real small where I got in, but I made the arrows bigger too. So tomorrow's video you'll be able to see bigger arrows, exactly where I get in and get out, where I put orders and everything. It shows the orders. So when we get a candle under a candle here, I want out there. So I get out the bid 208. So $41 on that trade plus commission. And plus I add a commission column later on in the day. But anyway, so next trade's on Tesla. So I had a trade on SPY in between. It was a small winner. By like break even or something, or a dollar. Yeah, $1. So minus commission. So no, it wasn't a dollar. I lost like a buck or something. Whoopee. But next trade Tesla. As you can see, Tesla's kind of doing this little flag pattern here. I buy a 700 call for 630. I bought the dip there, low candle over candle action. It's also at support. See, I drew with that blue trend line. So today I was at least buying at support, or what should have been support, and on the Roblox case, but I do. I'm guilty of buying breakouts when the breakouts weren't working today, and so I just nothing I was doing really was working. I just didn't have the confidence in the price action to go hard, or you know, and then I wasn't in the right mindset, so I passed up a couple of trades that would have paid 150, $200 probably. It's pretty. I mean, I saw where I wanted to get in, I didn't get in, it ripped. That's not including the Tesla trade off the open. Okay, so I get out there and I made $25. So yeah, that's. I just wanted to be conservative, safe, whatever. Next trade's on Boeing. So these are all out of order here because I didn't, not used to this platform yet, and I didn't have the time, so to call them sorted. But Boeing here, let's get to it. Boeing's up top. I'm playing this ABCD pattern. We're getting there at 360, one contract. Spinning that ABC break. Almost at high day, so I'm going to throw an order out on the ask shortly. Looks almost double topish now because we kind of just potentially could be double toppy. There's just no follow through. Like, some days it'll break high day and rip. Or break high day, consolidate, in the upper part of the candle and then rip higher. But today was it just wasn't aligned with the market at all. So, you see my little entry there. And then I was hoping this candle would form a hammer candle, and the next candle would break candle over candle, and we get a rip higher. So, not sure if that happens here or what. But the uneventful action here. I apologize for that. Yeah, we opened lower there. That's not good. Break below this. Definitely want out. Okay, so I get out there. 342, I hit the bid. And I got out. And when yeah, so anyways, here's what it is. You see the red triangle there, I got out. So next trade is on Square. Square is up top here. Still losing trade. So Square's kind of in this consolidation, and I thought we're gonna break out. Not the right amount of volume. If we had had like this volume, so I'm in one at 372. We would have had this, like 33,000 shares of volume, which isn't a lot, but relatively speaking, that's a lot. So I thought this candle was gonna. There's a chance it was gonna we kind of had this ascending volume pattern here. I thought this was gonna spike to at least like 18, 20, 30,000. I thought more traders would see this. We'd buy, squeeze. I was playing that, but and the good news is, like a trade like this, like I bought, at support. So not like I'm playing Tesla, buying at a breakout point, stuffed hard. Like it just doesn't work out. The stop loss is not far away, and my losses are minimal. And the way I was playing today, my gains weren't brag about it at all. I mean, it wasn't my day at all. So I got out there for 349, $3 lost on that trade plus commission. As you can see, I have the commissions row here, so I'm down $13 in commission. 73 total. Final trade that I have recorded that I'm gonna show. I had like a Disney trade and made a little bit of money. I had another Disney trade and made a little bit more. This one's on Tesla. We have this falling wedge here, and play a little conservative play. I get in one 690 call. Took me a second there because I bought. I believe that was on the bid. And I'm gonna sell in the ask. I do, good kitty. Yeah, I already got out on the ask, so I just made $20 there. Whoopee. So it is what it is. Real quick, I'm gonna show you my setup. This one here that you see. So yeah, I compile a little bit from each window, pretty much, except the trader days window, and then put it all into here. So it's a little bit of insight into my setup and how I do my recordings. So I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Sorry it was a boring and uneventful video, just like a lot of my videos lately, but hey, it's how it goes in trading sometimes. And, I never advertise like I'm some bomb ass trader, I struggle a lot of times, and, some days are easier than others, but it's, I'm going to succeed for sure because I have a very strong passion for trading, and, I'm pretty conservative. I'm not going to, I've blown up a couple times, but it took a while for me to do it. I know I'm gonna make it. Just gotta keep putting, keep pushing forward, and give it my all. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and look forward to the journey ahead. Goodbye. Good.